microphone. Here we go. Can you hear me now? Is it still silent? Okay, great. Yay, I'm back live. Finally, people can hear me. All right. Thank you very much for helping. That is very important. Sometimes, as I'm changing equipment, things don't quite work out, even though we try everything before we go live. Anyway, so I was saying that in the month of January, I decided to talk about, for 4 weeks, talk about money blocks coming from generational cycles. And it's interesting that every year, January is the month that we address money. But I like that. I like that. Maybe this is the moments that surface up based on all the spendings that we do during the holiday season, and then we're in this realization mode, what exactly is happening. And this is actually the period when the limiting beliefs and the thoughts related to money start to surface. So today is talk number 2. We continue to talk about money, and in today's talk I want to address the worthiness and the identity that comes with this, to answer the question of who I am allowed to be based on the beliefs that I carry in my head. So, and with that, I really want to ask you a very personal question of who you're allowed to become when the wealth enters your mind, your life, and all the beliefs and the thoughts that comes with it. Many of us carry subconsciously beliefs that rich people are greedy, rich people are evils, or money money are the roots of all evils, which creates an impossible internal conflict when we start to be actually successful in life. And once we exceed something, pretty much those generational cycles and patterns are pulling us back in order to remind us that we're actually not allowed to be there. So you might find yourself in those self-sabotaging loops that the life it's serving you, but sometimes those comes with feeling of the imposter syndrome, that when you step into the space of privilege and prosperity, you feel imposter. And those are the patterns that we're talking about today. Just want to make sure that everything is still running. Yes, it is running. Good. So feel free to use the chat and let me know what kind of patterns that you're hearing me talking today resonate with you, and how you see those limit you in your own life. So when you try to hide your success, to downplay yourself and your wins, or just compulsively giving away money to other in order to avoid the discomfort of having money, this is also related to the generational cycles. This is coming with some kind of thought or belief that you're carrying with you. And many times, those are not yours. The beliefs that people will only want you for your money, it creates isolation that no one deserves. It prevents you from being authentic, to prevent you from establishing a connection with others. And while it's selfish to want more when others have less, it creates the guilt, the blocks that don't allow you to have more, and in a way gives you this hold back of living with less. Those worthlessness wounds are coming up to show you that there's something that you have to do, something that you have to work on in order to prevent this from repeating, from happening. Just because your parents or grandparents had those beliefs, it doesn't mean that they're yours. You have just heard them somewhere in your childhood, and you adopted those beliefs to stay with you, but they're not yours. At the same time, they're running your life. So the truth about this is your family's identity and all the beliefs that you grow up about money, they all create this invisible ceiling on how far you're permitted to go in your achievements. But in reality, you're capable of so much more. And breaking through those require separating yourself, your worth, from your bank account, from your beliefs, to understand the misalignment that you're living in, to separate from the judgment that this wealth is dangerous in the first place. And yes, it is possible. It is possible to set yourself on a path to be successful, to have prosperity. Because prosperity doesn't mean that it's you're required to abandon everything else, to abandon your values or the people you love. You just have to change the script that is running in your mind. So it's important to pay attention, to know the thoughts, the beliefs that are running in your mind, and to have the awareness of having the awareness of it is bringing you back to the point where the power is in your hands and you can rewrite your story. You can upgrade the software that is running in your mind, and you can start being your architect, the one that designed the life the way how you're supposed to see it, how you want to see it. So I always bring different stories from my practice, and as I did the previous time last week about money, I brought you beliefs, common, more often beliefs that we see in my practice, often like consistently coming back. And I really will appreciate if you can, or if you'd like to share your own thoughts and beliefs when it comes to money blocks. So the number one, when it comes to wealth and class shame, because this is the topic of today, the wealth and the class shames beliefs that are installed from our parents. The number one we hear is the rich people are greedy, evil, or corrupt. And how is this showing up in our life is just the judgment of the wealthy people, the self-sabotage that comes with this judgment, the difficult approach to the financial success, just because we have this judgment in our head, and the discomfort of owning our own prosperity is just holding us back. And the subconscious is quite resilient to overwrite this judgment on itself. You need your help, because those beliefs and those thoughts, they're related to some feelings locked into your body, locked into your subconscious when you were a little kid. And those beliefs need to be upgraded from the root where they have been planted. And this is happening on the subconscious level. So I encourage you, dig deep, see what understanding you have about money, what thoughts are running in your mind, what beliefs you have that have been planted in you that are limiting you. And it's not just just about money, it's because success, because they're quite related and they always go together. So, as I like to say, become your own detective and be curious, dig in deep, and find out what is limiting you. What is that thing that is holding you back? All right, moving forward. And today I will have meditation visualization at the end, not at the end, but maybe half the time. At half point, we'll have we'll start this visualization once again. Last time was received very, very well. And it was interesting to receive some of your messages. And thank you for letting me know how is this working for you and what exactly the words are leading you in visualizing. All right, moving forward, the second one is money is the root of all evil. So many times this is more spiritual idea that is bypassing around about money and believe that poverty is is equaling pitting, but it's not. It's just the discomfort of changing the appropriate view of what this having money will bring to us. Sometimes people who has been through a lot of trauma related to one way or another to money, maybe not direct relationship, but they think that money are evil, and they rather be living in poverty than figuring out where this is coming from and how they can overcome it. But this beliefs is really stuck keeping you stuck in playing small, keeping you stuck in this struggle of preventing you of building something big and more secure for your family. And I'm saying this, just because I'm saying this, it doesn't mean that's the same meaning for you, because we all grow up in different settings, and sometimes the same sentence have different meanings. So let me know if you hear any of the ideas that I'm talking about and the meaning it's different for you, because I'll be curious to find out about it. Alrighty. And that live is being recorded, so we're gonna have a replay on YouTube, so you can go back and revisit those thoughts as well. All right. The next one is don't get too big for your bridges. Again, downplaying the success, hiding the wealth from family, from friends, just because of fear of outgrowing your own community. Back to this imposter syndrome. Just because you're more successful than the people around you, it doesn't mean you're something more than them. They probably have limiting beliefs that keeping them playing small. It just means that you're more open and more attuned to what is happening, to the thoughts that you have in your head. How is this belief preventing you from being? How is this belief limiting you? It just blocks the full expectation of your potential. It creates this internal conflict between the success and belonging. It leads you often to self-sabotage, where you have the full potential to achieve so much in life, but then you have this thought in your head that is pulling you back. So being aware to our thoughts is something magical, that because we are in control of all of this, we're in control of our thoughts. And once we learn how to control our thoughts, then we start to control our success. All right. Next one. People will only want you for your money. I hear this always over and over again. And it's very interesting because what you see, it's not what everybody else see. We're all seeing our own life and the life around us based on where we are in life and based on our knowledge as well. Just because you try to distract yourself from the intention or hiding your financial success or fear for exposing yourself to success and to money, or holding you back from this relationship with success and money. This, the only thing that this build is anxiety, and it limits you. It creates this fear, this isolation that um, it prevents you from being your authentic you, prevents you from being connected to yourself, to who you truly are, and generates this feeling of paranoia and loneliness that it's completely unnecessary. It's all created by you, based on the thoughts and belief we operate. And when it comes to this, it's not, this is this is true to all different thoughts and belief, limiting beliefs that limiting us, not just to money. This is relative to happiness, to love, and to everything that we believe it's available to us. And again, it starts with a simple thought. The next one, it's selfish to want more when others have less. Why again this comparison? Why the need of this comparison? The only thing that this do for you, it instill guilt about prosperity, about showing up in life for who you are. Overgiving or overholding, it's a compensation for something, and we need to figure out what is it. Hiding purchases or hiding of being successful, it creates this anxiety, or the chronic people pleasing that comes with this about money. Sometimes we think, I think clients think that if you people please somebody with money, they will be your friend. No, they won't. They won't. People don't care about this. Yes, they do care to be important, to be seen. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that you have to people please them with money and buying stuff for them. This is all temporary. The moment will pass, and then it's the same situation all over again. You're not more valuable for them in the next moment. So, based on this belief that it's selfish to want more when others have less, it's showing up in life where you accumulate blocks again, create resistment to show yourself, prevent you from being resourceful, not just to yourself but to others as well. All right, the next few are as well related to wealth and class shame, as well are related to spending and worthlessness. And I mentioned some of them last time. The first one is good things aren't meant for people like us. Playing it small once again. Setting for less quality. Giving priority on this discomfort to upscale the environment allows imposter syndrome to space in the place of privilege, and it limits everything with your success, with how you show up in life, of what is available to you. It exclude you from opportunity, and push you to allow to accept less when you are deserving for more. Not only that, but all of this is teaching children to think the same way, to think small. Not just when it's related to money and success, but small in life. Because we're those people that this is not available to us. No, everything in life, it's available to everybody. is just up to our view and courage to reach out and have it. All right. We'll continue on with spending money on yourself is selfish. A lot of people are struggling and neglecting self-care, worn out of belongings, giving yourself uh, not enough time to appreciate who you are, putting everybody else first and then you. And it's a complex understanding, and it's a complex behavior as well, because once again you're playing small, and this is preventing you from satisfying yourself first, because in order to show up for others we have to take care of us. With this one, spending money on yourself, we often see, when we start working on different cases, we often see that with this one comes a lot of resentment, a lot of health issues, and a lot of modeling to our kids of this unworthiness. And it's understandable, because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not allowing yourself to shine, sooner or later there's this seed of resentment that is you plant yourself, because everybody else around you have a lot and they're good, they're taken care of, but you're struggling. You're the one who cannot have enough time to take their breath. And I spoke about this last time as well. Money is energy, and it's very close to when you're a caregiver. You cannot just give, you have to also receive. And there's nothing wrong with not spending money on yourself. It's when you value yourself, people around you value you as well. When you breathe in, you have a breath to give out. And that's how life it's going. We have to breathe in and out. We can't just breathe in or breathe out. It's an exchange. So allow yourself to exchange money with yourself. Start from there. Treat yourself with something. Then, because the energy it's flowing, the success starts to flow as well. All right, moving along so we can have time for a long visualization. Only buy things on sale. Never pay full price. This is also often sentence that exists, and sometimes those are. I want you to know that those are possible just to be heard together. People who are playing small with money, they often play themselves small, but they also use multiple of those sentences, multiple of those beliefs. And when it comes to buying, only buy things on sale, never buy full price, I do like things on sale, but I'm totally okay to pay full price as well, because saving money, it doesn't mean that you have to chase only the sale items. Sometimes we have a need of something right now, not when it's on sale. And buying stuff on sale just because they're on sale and maybe one day we'll need it, then we go to a different generational patterns that is like over consuming, storing accessibly. Some people are access with storage, buying stuff just because they have an inside need to feel good. But it doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel good at the moment. Often those people who are obsessed with buying stuff, often we see with them that in a time of half day to 2 days, this this feeling of being good, feeling good, it's gone. Just because that item that you purchase, you put it somewhere, it's out of your scene, or even if you've seen it, and it's gone. We all have been there. Remember the last time you upgraded your phone? You were excited for a few weeks, maybe a month or two. In the best scenario, for 6 months, I have seen person excited for their new phone for 6 months. That's the longest one I can report, and then it's gone. It's a temporary satisfaction. So excessive spending, it's not the way to go as well. But we have to find balance between buying on sale and paying a full price, and buying things that we don't need just because it's cheap. It devalues your own time, it devalues your own worth. Then you end up with a statement that need to be paid. And often people don't have enough money to pay those credit card statements. This belief is very interesting that it's showing up as just taking a lot of your time. It consumes your time. It clutters your life. It's with unnecessary, prevents you from growing up in a direction where you have opportunity to grow up and invest in there. Just because you're living in this cycle of buying stuff on sale, just because it's on sale. So those are the top ones that I pull out from my practice and that we see often. All the cases again are different, and sometimes beliefs and thoughts are combined together. They also have different aspect of showing up to different people. But I'm sharing all of this with you today to make you ask yourself, what are your thoughts? What are your beliefs that you have about money and how they are running your life? Are you in control, or your thoughts and beliefs about money and success are running your life? Because in this life, we should be in control. We are the architect and creator of our lives. All right. So, for the next minutes, I really would like to invite you to join me in this visualization that it's all about you. And the idea is to empower you to get to know your thoughts and beliefs related to money and success, to empower you to become your own detective, and to be curious about which what program is running your life, and to have a little bit more awareness. Are you satisfied with this? Are you happy with how you're showing up in life? Are you happy where you are in life? So I invite you to join me for this visualization. If you're driving right now, please come back and see the recording of this. It's going to be on my Revealed Mind YouTube channel. You can replay it from there. And for the rest of you, just sit back, relax, and allow the next few minutes to be. As I mentioned earlier, money are energy. And this energy is available to me, to you, to everyone. You are a good person. with a good heart, and you're deserving a great energy. So I invite you today to explore with me in this visualization and become your own detective. Take a deep breath in and hold it, then breathe out. Again, breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Notice how your body is starting to unwind, how your body is rising when you're taking a deep breath in, and how your body is relaxing every muscle, every ligament as you breathe out. And one last time, take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and breathe out. Allow your body to relax and allow your body to go back to its natural rhythm. You don't have to do anything at the moment. I invite you to listen and to follow. At this moment, focus on your thoughts. Listen to them and try to hear you believe that you have about money. Listen carefully and remember where those thoughts and beliefs are coming from. Do you know? Are they coming from your parents, grandparents, maybe relatives? Why not your teachers or just the society? Can you pinpoint where they're coming from? Are you able to see, to hear those thoughts and beliefs that you were exposed to as a child growing up? Hear them, remember them, and know that you're exploring in this visualization. You're able to look around those thoughts and those beliefs. And as you do so, that you realize that your current blocks having to do with money and success are not completely yours at all. They have been just taking space, temporarily, hopefully, in your mind. I also encourage you to see that you had no choice but to absorb those beliefs. You were just a child. And whether the beliefs were that there were never enough money or success is only temporary, or when something is really good, we had to pay the price for it. Whatever the beliefs were that you had growing up, those are now the ones who limit you. Remember those beliefs, because knowing them, it's easier to address later on. Right now, you can clearly see that they are not your beliefs. And because they're not yours, you can now let them go. So we can have space to do more important work, work of enlightenment, of your own limiting beliefs. So let's focus on visualizing what are the self limiting beliefs that are currently blocking you from being successful or wealthy as you would like to be. Listen carefully to your thoughts that are running in your mind about money. What exactly are they saying to you? Do you believe that work people aren't supposed to have a lot of money? Or maybe you shouldn't strive for success because that's the ego based? Maybe you believe that you're doing in such a gift that it doesn't feel right to change, to charge what you are worthy. Sometimes just because it comes easy to you, it doesn't mean that it's less value. And maybe that's the issue itself, not knowing what your value is, what your worth is, not believing that you're worthy of anything, that you're enough, not believing that you're good enough, just plain enough. Can you hear those thoughts running in your mind? Maybe they're saying that success is for people, for other people, and it's not meant to you, not available to you. What this comes with. Maybe there is some amount of guilt or shame that goes hand by hand with your belief about money and success. Whatever your particular blocks are, I invite you to eliminate them right now. And right now, I want you to think about one limiting belief that arises in your mind very vividly today, and that it stuck with you. And I want you to know that you're not that kid anymore, or you're not that teenager. You are a fully grown up adult. I invite you to say to yourself, that's not me. I don't live in that environment anymore. Allow this to sink in. I'm a fully grown adult, and now I make my own choices, my own decisions, and only I can choose what thoughts I think and what beliefs I believe in. I am the only architect and artist or creator of my own life. Remember that. As you know, money is energy, and that energy is available to you. Accept it, allow it, feel it with your body. You are a good person with a good heart. You are deserving of this great energy. Invite that energy into your life. Get used to it. And use that awareness from this visualization, from this detective work, to invite the money energy into your life. This unique position also allow you to be the architect and the artist of your own future. of your own success, tossing out or setting aside any old thoughts and any old beliefs that are no longer working for you. Clean up this space. Allow this energy to flow in order to receive, to have, to succeed. You're not only deserving that money energy in your life, but you're absolutely entitled to accept it, to let it in, because it's available to you. Simply just as the air is available to you to breathe. Becoming your own detective and exploring your thoughts. It's allowing you to have that awareness of what those thoughts and beliefs are in your mind. And just because you grow up with them doesn't mean that you have to keep them. Let them go because they're limiting you. That awareness that you gain today, it's a great opportunity, a perfect foundation to start even deeper work on overcoming, updating, and renewing, rewriting all those beliefs. Remember, you are the architect of your life, and you are the one making the decisions for you. So, knowing this, feeling this with every cell of your body, believing in this, and achieving all of this, and so, so much more, you can now begin to slowly return to the room where you are. You can start to feel your toes and fingers. You can start to feel the size of the room where you are. Become aware of the noises around you. And whenever you're ready, you can take a deep breath in, stretch your arms and legs, and simply open your eyes and come back to full awareness, leaving all those limiting beliefs behind. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome welcome back. Let me know how this visualization was for you. Have you discovered something new? Have you heard a thought that you haven't heard before? Or a belief that has been limiting you and you didn't know before? And I want you to know that this is a visualization. This is a very light work on releasing those beliefs and thoughts. This is simply created for awareness. Because I'm a big believer that once we have the awareness, then we have made the first step into moving forward, discovering more, and actually working with those beliefs and thoughts that are limiting us and overcoming them. Simply upgrading the software, rewriting the codes, and moving forward with ease. Let me know if you have questions or if you have something that you would like to share that you have discovered today when it comes to limiting beliefs and thoughts related to those beliefs. Alrighty, let's see what's going to happen here.